road, my friend, and I can't wait to get on the road again. And I can't wait to get on the road again.
We're set for a great spectacle. The morning is absolutely perfect down here at Frankston, and shortly, as I said, over 6,000 runners will line up behind us for the start of the 1984 Big M Marathon, and it's certain to be one of the great spectacles that we have here in Melbourne every year.
And there's the scene from our helicopter, of course, looking down at Frankston, and there's the very large number of contestants, over 6,000 of them starting to get ready down there at Frankston.
And we're off. So it'll be about 2 hours and 10 minutes later that the first of the runners will reach Melbourne.
You run to your own time, especially early in the race. The challenge is to finish the 26 miles race. I don't care what you say, the challenge is to finish it no matter what time you run. That's a triumph in itself. The break happens so quickly. It'd be worrying me a little now if Steve lets Ikanga go too often on these surges, because one of these surges he may not come back.
Right.
I'd like to see him, let him go on the immediate part of the surge, but keep within 10 or 15 yards of him and not let him get away for too much distance, because once that invisible string is broken, when you're running behind somebody, it's as though you're being tracked along. Once the invisible string is broken, then suddenly you break way back. So you have to keep within this contact, as though you've got a piece of elastic on the chap's back, and you really mean every now and again.
They're going through that.
You
it's difficult for anyone to comprehend just how fast these guys run. Okay, 5-minute mile. Anyone says a 5-minute mile is not all that quick until they try and test it themselves. And they
Run 26 of them in a row.
Yeah, that's right. But even if you break it down to a quarter-mile segments, it's about 75 seconds or so for a quarter-mile. And that's shifting. That's 37 seconds or so for a 220. And not many people can run that for a 220. And they have to run, 4 times 26. What's that? 104 consecutive quarter miles in 76 seconds or so. And that's as quick as most footballers can run a quarter mile. It's fairly quick. It's a great effort.
Here he is coming to the finish.
All the way from Tanzania. He's going to clock 2 hours, 15 minutes, 31 seconds.
3:15:31. That is the approximate time.
Yeah, it's 2:15. I suppose one way disappointing, but we saw a great race. I would like to have seen a better time for it, as anyone would, and I think that Ikanga will be disappointed because that's his slowest ever marathon. Beating some last year. Here's Steve Austin. It's a good first up. I'd love to see him in London. We're going to see him, I think, next year because he wins that for being the first Australian through. It's a good first up marathon, and let's hope he has a foundation in there now that he can build on. Here comes Skaczynski. He's sort of jogged in, as it were. I think after he cracked, I think he gave it away for even first or second and just jogged through. Here's Yamakanga getting presented. Prize from the Premier.